His dog wears a muzzle. His dog has to wear a muzzle, right? And I don't think it's because it's a dangerous dog. I think it's because he's taught it to speak. People do ask me, they say, are you worried about the immigrants? Are you worried about the people who go on the boats? And to be honest, I am, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got a kitchen island. It's all right, though, my wife's got a gammon on it, so... I write a bit of, I try and write some classical music. If you're interested, my latest piece is called Sex in A minor. What, wrong key? All right, we're going that way. So it's an interesting thing as a compare. That's what I'm doing. I don't normally do this. You might have noticed. It's all right. I'm an electrician by trade, so it's okay. I don't have to worry too much about it. It's an interesting thing. It's quite funny. If you're a comic and the compare isn't doing very well, there's certain things you don't want to hear the compare say. You don't want the compare to say, the next act's a very good friend of mine. You're like, fuck off! Don't poison me with your shitness! Don't think you're shit, I'm shit as well. Actually, the next act, he's a very good friend of mine, and he's a very good friend of mine. He used to do a comedy a few years ago, and then he gave it up, and now he's thinking about starting to do it again. And I said to him, don't, because it's just not worth it. And you nearly financially ruined yourself last time you got involved. So I thought, why not bring him along here? And you guys can be the judge and help me on his life. Ladies and gentlemen, it really, truly does give me an enormous amount of pleasure to welcome to the stage a very, very good friend of mine. Please give it up for the wonderful, the lovely Mr. John Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. A few familiar faces. Give us a cheer if you know me. Yeah. 12 years ago, last time I was in Newcastle doing a gig, so thank you very much for coming out. So I'll give it up for 12 years, but I'm back. So I'll start with this one. So I've been with a girlfriend, Esther, for 11 years now. Yeah, we don't buy each other gifts or anything, not for birthdays or Christmas, but we'll get each other an experience. Last year, for my birthday, I said, can I have the marathon sex session experience? Yeah, it was a fucking disaster. Had to raise £500 for charity. Yeah, I didn't finish. Yeah, and an Ethiopian bloke came first. New that one. They're all new. Well, not all of them, most of them. See, I've just got Dave was asking about pets. I've just got a new cat. Yeah. So I got it from there. Yeah. So I went to a place called Celia Hammond in London. It's like a rescue centre in Lewisham. But you look at the website, don't you? You've got all the profiles on with the name of the backstory, and you're thinking, fucking hell, how are they ever going to get? Who's going to choose them? So it'll say like Lucy recently abandoned her 7 kittens. She's got 3 legs, 1 eye, a skin condition, but was recently neutered, microchipped, and is now looking forward to moving to a new house with a big garden. I think, fucking hell, she's ambitious, isn't she? And then you look 2 days later, she's gone. Someone's home there, and you're thinking maybe the people in the cat shelter should write human dating profiles. See if that were, you can just imagine them writing on Barbara is a glamorous older lady, waiting for a hip replacement. She's carrying the emotional baggage of 3 failed marriages and was recently declared bankrupt. She's looking for a new man with his own house, adequate pension provisions, and an extensive life insurance policy, just in case of an unexpected death. He could expect absolutely zero in return, except maybe the occasional scratch Yeah, just to let him know, look, she's still too good for him. We've got another one could be Trevor, handsome middle-aged man, painfully shy, not to be trusted around children. Recently been castrated, loves to be stroked, deserves a second chance. It's alright, that one. You've got those public information posters, haven't you, like scattered around. There used to be one on the Docklands Light Railway in London, and it was about the staff being abused by the passengers, and there was one there, and it was obviously, it looked like it was being written by like child's writing in a crayon, and it said, sometimes people shout bad words at my dad, and he comes home and doesn't eat his dinner. I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, those words were definitely fat bastard. And there used to be one on the metro, this is true as well, there was Northumbria police warning women about the danger of men, and said 120,000 women a year are stalked in the UK. You are not alone. How the fuck did they get that approved? So people get a bit annoyed that there's always someone trying to make a few quid out here, isn't it, in this country now? You're watching the TV and it's, do you want to make a claim against this? Do you want to make a claim against that? And the worst ones though, when you go to the gents' toilets in the pub, there's a bloke trying to charge you for washing your hands. Have you seen that? That drives me crazy. The last thing I need is some disencouragement from washing my hands. So what I do now is to avoid them, I go into the disabled toilet. To avoid them. I was in there the other week and I got a bit of a shock. Pulled my zip down the disabled toilet, this bloke appears from nowhere. He said, have you had an accident at work? I said, I have now. I've pissed myself. So this is no joke. I had to try and squash a couple of old bits in just to try and fill the time out. So this is a classic, so this one should work. So I've just invented a new board game. Hey. Yeah, it's Monopoly for homeless people. Yeah, we've had to swap the pieces round a bit though. Yeah, there's no top hat, there isn't a car, and there definitely isn't an iron. Yeah, we've swapped those for a shopping trolley, a bin, and a can of special brew. But we've kept the dog. Yeah, the properties have all changed as well. Yeah, you can't buy anything, but we've kept the train stations. And my favourite bit though is the community chest cards. You've got, someone's pissed in your shop doorway. Move back 3 spaces. You inherit your father's alcohol problem. Or my own personal favourite, which is, it is your birthday. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's a joke. I've just been kicked out of Asperger's Anonymous recently. I couldn't remember my 96-digit password. Second time out for that one. So the people, I've got a girlfriend and we've all dated women, and women's boobs are like children, aren't they? You agree with that? You've got to pretend you haven't got a favourite. But you do. So I'm getting a bit older now, my libido's waning, you've got all these memories, haven't you? You've got your wank bank, and you're trying to remember all of the things, all the women you want to sleep with. Yeah, I haven't got a wank bank anymore. It's more of a building society. I've got to give 30 days notice for a withdrawal. Yeah, and the interest's very low. I've been going to see one of those sex therapists. Apparently my problem is I'm quite a selfish lover. And he gave me a mission last week was to perform oral sex on my girlfriend over the last week, and then I went back in yesterday and he said, did you do your homework? I said, no, the dog ate it. I've got a few bits written down here and I'm thinking, I'm trying to judge them as to... I'm a bit of an animal lover. Not like that. Sick bastard. I was in Woburn Safari Park recently and I got warned when I'd been there there'd been a deadly outbreak of alopecia in the monkey sanctuary. Basically what's happening is these monkeys that catch the virus, the hair would fall out, they'd twitch and shake and live out a horrible, painful and torturous death. And I was driving through the monkey sanctuary and I saw such a bold monkey twitching and shaking by the side of the road. So I'm a good guy, get out the car, get up the spade, kill it, put out its misery, be dead. The next thing I know, I've got this woman shouting, screaming, kicking, punching me. Turns out it wasn't a bald monkey, it was an epileptic son. I suppose the Manchester United top should have given it away, really. But one less of those cunts isn't such a bad thing. This next one. Tried last night, didn't work this one, but I'm going to give it a second chance. You seem like the sort of audience that really warm to this one. So, was that a no? Okay, I've talked us out of it. I'll do another one first. I'll come back to that one. I've got any comments. Obviously, I know you guys. You're a couple. Actually, you got pet names for each other around the house. Do you call each other names? Munchkin. Was that for who? Is that hers for you or yours for her? And what do you call him, Caroline? Couldn't see it. Yeah, I used to go out with a girl, she used to call me the one. She used to call me the one, because that's what she scored me out of 10. I used to go out with another girl, yeah. I used to call her the old flame, because I smothered her. I used to go out with another girl, yeah. I used to call her Sweetie, because that's how I enticed her into me car. Fuck off, Pensioners Love a Werther's original. Yeah, I used to go out with another girl, sure enough now 4. I used to call her the Onion, because she used to make me cry when I cut her. I used to go out with another girl, I used to call her the spare tyre, because she was bald and I kept her in the boot of me car. Have you ever heard of that? I used to go out with another girl, yeah, sure enough now, 6. I used to call her Legs, because she was 11. Fuck off, I was 9 at the time. I was doing quite well for myself, all the way in that. You alright there? Right, I'm going to try the one that didn't work last night and then I'll finish on one that generally does work. So I'm quite compassionate about homeless people. I've slept rough a couple of times. All you can think of is how cold it is. So whenever I see a homeless person, if I've got cash in my pocket, they can have it. So I don't care. If I haven't got cash in the pocket, I'll take them, I'll go to the shop, buy them some food and a drink. Or what's happening more and more now is they're asking for things like personal hygiene products like toothpaste, deodorant, soap and stuff like that. And it's really sad. But what you give the money to the first one, you can't give to everyone, can you? And that like, causes a problem. So what I've done is I've come up with an idea and I've released a product for the second people who ask you for money. Yeah. Just to help them out. It's called Homeless Febreze. Freshens them up. Told you I shouldn't have done it. You insisted. There's more to that joke. I don't know whether it's keep going with it. Keep going. Right. So yes, really refreshes a couple of them, puts an extra spring in the step, even gets a couple of them up off the floor and a little bit animated with you. But on the plus side, I've managed to secure a few beds for them for the evening, doing that. Yeah. Understandably and upsetting for them is it's typically in the chemical burns unit in the RVR. And Procter & Gamble have been in touch. They said I've got to change the brand name. I'm infringing on their trademark. Yes, I've called it the Sunderland Shower. That's the end of it. I'll try these couple of these. I've only done these a couple of times, so I don't know whether they'll work or not, but we'll probably find out. So I used to go with the girls in Nymphomaniac. Anyone been out with a Nymphomaniac before? Yeah, well, it's quite empowering. It's tough, isn't it? The first couple of weeks is fucking brilliant, but after that, it's just tedious. And I used to go with one, she like constantly craving attention. She had every sex toy you could possibly think of. It was absolutely exhausting. And she got really upset with me when I said maybe you should abstain for a couple of weeks. Recharge your batteries. I used to live with a girl as well. We won the jackpot in the lottery back in 1999, won 3 million. She split up with me the next day, give me half. 3 numbers, a tenner. Right, I'll finish on this. You've been lovely actually, you've been nice. So so I used to run some gigs, and obviously St Dom's, I used to run a gig at St Dominic's Catholic Club, got some of the best acts in the country there. Corn House used to run as well, yeah. So he's got like Sarah Milligan, Rex D. Hunter, Steve Hughes, filling up like big names and stuff on there. So, but I used to get really drunk, as many of you know. It's my sound system. I live like 100 metres away. I'd come back in on the Sunday morning, I'd collect my sound, have a couple of beers, and then sometimes the comedians would come as well. And there was a local comedian, Greek George. Remember Greek George? Yeah. And he used to come, and you've got Fat Bry and shouting out the bingo numbers, and everyone turns to silence when the bingo's on, don't they? But George couldn't get his head round it. It was like a different culture, so he burst out laughing during the middle of the bingo. And Joan, the barmaid, got really angry with him. She said, "George, don't laugh when the bingo's on. We don't laugh when you're doing the comedy." It's true. Brilliant. All right, well, you've been an absolute joy. I appreciate you letting me talk to you. We've got a fantastic headline act. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming out. Have a good night.
John Smith, ladies and gentlemen, trying out some stuff there. What do you think? Yeah, it's good. I think perhaps the homeless fluid could be called trampoline. It's like window lead for the older people in there. We're going to have another break. It's going to be a very short break. We're going to go to the bar, go to the toilet. We're going to do that now. Let's hear it one more time for John Smith, ladies and gentlemen.